my family members even told me to, why don't you just leave him? He can never change, he has not done it once, he has done it many times, so he can never change. But I believe that, I strongly believe, I really had that strong belief that he can change. So I chose him over my family members.
Here and welcome to this episode of Clean Your Toilet podcast. So I'm Brenda here. I am a forest school coach. And for today, the theme for this season is actually centering around the stories that we don't tell. I mean, there's always a lot of wisdom behind every stories. And before we start off, maybe I'd like to have both of you to introduce yourselves.
Okay, hi. My name is Feroz. I'm 60 years old. I used to be in and out of prison many times, and after my last incarceration in 2018, I was no release out, and then stayed at one of the halfway house at that time shelter, and I start to change. I want to be a better person. Of course, my life a bit messy at one time, so this time around I try to do my best to be close to my family, my wives, and even relatives, and most of all I want to be in the community, back in the community as normal as possible.
Thank you for sharing.
Hi, my name is Salmah. I am Feroz's wife. We have been married for like 30 over years. We have two wonderful children, one boy and one girl. I have been also helping out my husband in his recovery, since his last incarceration. So I'm also partly involved in the in a group which is called the Wisdom Group, where we are women that actually help develop outstanding men. Yep.
Thank you for sharing. I think one of the key things as a couple, I think your journey has maybe interesting, or maybe it's been a tough journey as well. I mean, is there something that you want to maybe share with us? What has it like being in this journey, being in prison before, right? And how has that impacted you? What are the key sharings that you both have?
Yeah, as for me, like I said earlier, I was in and out of prison many times, and then the sentence keep longer and longer. The last incarceration, 7.5 years with 6 strokes of the cane, and it's no joke. It's very tough, very painful, and I regretted all this because most of my children upbringing I was in prison, so life is tough to me. Life is tough because I need to balance a lot of things in life. The main thing is to understand who I am actually, why I am in this world, why I was born this way. Sometimes I kept thinking that is life unfair to me, or is it that I am the one who created the unfairness in life? Yeah. So with that, I really feel bad when, especially now when I get close with my children, and then the bonding. Even though you can see my children smile with me, happy with me, I can joke around with them, but I don't get that 110% fatherlyhood, how they call it, fatherhood feeling. Like other father, when I watch movie, I saw that they are very close to their children, they can share same interests. I don't have that, and I can't rewind the tape back because time, like I waste time now. Time is wasting me. So I'm trying my best. Just trying to be as a good father as I can. And it seems that they are opening up a bit by bit. It's like onion, right? So I got to open up bit by bit so that they can understand me more.
Peel one at a time.
Yes, one at a time. But sometimes that one at a time takes a lot of time. So
That's why it's onion. We'll be crying every time we peel.
yeah, the deeper you go, you will start shedding tears. That is life. That's why the best, what they call description of life is onion. We are all like onions. So we have a lot of things. And sometimes if the onion is big, more layers you got to peel off and more stories you know. And of course, there are always sad stories in between.
I think as a wife, I mean, being a very supportive wife, how has that journey been for you? Every time when he's in or he's not around, I would say, when you don't have your partner to support you in your family, in your life, how has that journey been before and even now?
Okay. So when we got married, right? I mean, of course, everything was very smooth and beautiful and all that. He being a husband, being a father, he was also partly playing his role as a husband and as a father, providing for the family and all that. Yeah. So aside from that, having said that, when I got to know about his addiction, right? Yeah. So everything started to surface, all these problems started coming up and all. So because of his addictions, it has caused many heartbreaks, emotional, stress, yes. And also a lot of things has happened, in the family itself. Mainly myself and my children, we were all
suffering.
Okay, maybe moving on to yourself first,
Okay. For me, like I said earlier, right, in and out of prison, then to most of the people outside, when they say prison, food are provided, everything is there. No, you don't have to worry about anything. Actually, it's not. That is not the truth. Actually, inside prison it's not easy. You got to sleep on the floor mat for hours, every day, no pillows, no nothing. We got only blankets and the water is just a plain water every day. Even every morning, one cup of tea or coffee, that's it. And we don't have nothing much to think. So in prison, I will create a schedule for myself. Morning, wake up, breakfast, exercise here and there. Then later yard, go out. If there's courses or here and there, so go for classes here and there. And eventually, I did I did apply for student inside. So I got no qualification outside. I was only in Sec 1, Sec 2 during last time in Garden Singh School. So this time around, I think try to improve myself. So first thing is I need some academic papers. So I took my NO and A level inside. The schedule is perfect to me. But I know that outside there are always problems, like how my wife is struggling outside, and her type is that her character is that she don't like to ask for help, even with my other siblings also. She will keep to herself, and whenever she visited me, or when she talked to me, behavior never lies. Even though she said everything is okay, I know that a lot of things not okay. When you are in prison, nothing is okay. So I have to, just to agree to disagree to make her feel comfortable. I don't want her to bring that burden home again with the problem that I have inside prison. So I would tell her inside, no worries. You don't have to worry about me. Everything is taken care of. Everything. I'm healthy. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't have nothing inside. So you don't have to worry about me. But she worried about me not because of me alone, because of my children upbringing. So the children were not there. So I was not there all the time. But when I was outside, when I'm sober, I can be the best father in the world to them. I will not say, like, spoil them a bit here and there, whatever they want. I can buy for them. If I can afford, I buy for them this and that. And I introduced my son to computers at a very, very, very young age. Because I like IT. I don't know why. I like all these things. I like all the new technologies in life. And I'm willing to learn. I learn fast, actually. Even if I don't know, I will try to learn something. I will try to filter to my children. And then I think my son is following my step. I think my daughter also, I think she's a programmer. My son is IT technician, and so they follow my footsteps here and there. And I'm blessed that they don't take drugs. I'm so blessed because in my recovery nowadays, when I do motivational talk, I saw that a lot of guys who have son in prison, and then even the female ex-addict also, they have daughters in prison also as well. So trying to help them. But then, like I said earlier, I'm okay, but still inside it's not okay, just to make my wife happy.
I mean, really being a supportive partner, a spouse, a wife, a mother, the roles that you play, it's very, very tough, right? Being alone, you have to play the mother, father's role to help to fill the gap in the whole family. How has that been, and how do you cope and go through that phase of life?
Yeah. So during that period, right, a lot of things happen. Me having to juggle with work and my children, no one to care for and all. During that time, I had issues with my son, being very rebellious and all. Yeah, so he has a lot of all these negative behaviors coming up, yeah. So I had to actually, I just don't know how I managed to actually be strong enough to actually, handle all this, yeah. So, but of course, because the love is there, right? So you kind of like tell yourself that, I can go through this, because I still love my husband. So, yeah, it's okay. People make mistakes. You can give them a chance. So, yeah. So I went through. So what do you call it? And then comes the part where I had to deal with families. They didn't believe that my husband could actually be a better person, could actually recover and be a better person. So they didn't believe that he could do that. But the only person that believed in him was me. Yeah, so I told myself that it's okay, I've gone through so many, so maybe this time around I believe that he could change, really change for the better. Yeah, so my family members even told me to, why don't you just leave him? He can never change, He has not done it once, he has done it many times, so he can never change. But I believe that I strongly believe, I really had that strong belief that he can change. So I chose him over my family members. I gave him that chance. Yeah, and he proved me right. He actually changed. He was a better person when he came out. He did very well. He he did many things for the family, and yeah, I could see the changes in him.
What is making you feel so strongly emotional right now?
It's because of the pain, actually. Yeah, he may be feeling, he may have feel me, but not exactly feel me because he doesn't go through it. You see, so all this that I've gone through, right? Actually, especially with my siblings and all, of course it hurts when you love your husband, you also love your family members, right? So it's kind of like, who do you want to choose? Your families? Your husband? Who? But like I say, I put aside all those that I've gone through. I put aside whatever things that has hurt me and all that. I put aside because I have the strong belief that he can change. You see? Yeah.
So, throughout this journey of yours, right, because of your strong belief that he can change, how has that forgiveness in, the various sections that you have gone through, how do you go through this forgiveness? One time you have to forgive him, go back again into your emotional and saying, okay, my own family is very important. I believe very strongly, and then it come again. So there's multiple forgiveness you have to go through, which is a very tough journey. Yeah. How was it? How do you end up like rebuilding that forgiveness and the trust that you need to build over time?
So you see, it boils down to the love, I mean, like when you strongly love someone, right? You do not even bother to think about what that you have gone through with that person, So you kind of like, if I had gone through it once, I can go through it again, That's what I had done, So yeah, so that's why I put aside whatever that he has done to me, and then we moved on forward, and tried to rebuild the family. Yeah, I mean, it is not easy, of course, but we work together, to build it. Yeah. So, eventually things became better, for us.
So it sounds like through the pain, you actually found more love from him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's that pain, right? To cope with that pain is never easy, I would say, and to rebuild that trust. And, it really takes a lot of courage to stay rather than to walk away, right? But have there at times made you feel like, okay, I have enough, I need a break?
Frankly, I there wasn't even actually a moment that I thought of like giving up on him. There wasn't. It only comes about when a third person was involved in our marriage. Yeah. So that was the only time when, in fact, I wasn't going to give up. But You know, the hurt is unlike him being incarcerated for drugs. The hurt is different. You know, I can take the hurt from him, you know, being incarcerated for drugs, but I cannot take this hurt, you know, of betrayal. Yeah. This I cannot take. So I mean, I've put everything, you know, my life, my money, my everything for this family. You know, even my mom. You know, I even, she even disregard me if I were to take him back. You know, but I chose him over my mom. You know, my own mom. No. So I'm like, yeah. So that is the point where I actually didn't want to give up on him. But then after that, when I went for visit and I was told that I couldn't visit him, that was the time when I knew that, you know, it is over. That, yeah, probably he loved her more than me. So, you know, when you are hurt, you know, a lot of all this will come to your mind, you know, negative thoughts and all. Yeah, so, and I don't know how he's feeling about me. I don't know, because I couldn't get to talk to him, so I don't know. See, so at that point of time, I thought, yeah, probably he loves her more than me. So that's why he stopped me from, you know, coming to visit him. So I had to let it be then, you know. I mean, I cannot, like, there's nothing I can do actually, you know. Yeah, so that's the point where I actually, and also when I think about what she has done to me, that really hurt so much, you know. In fact, actually, when I had nobody to turn to, right, at that point of time, because I wasn't talking to anyone, not even my family members, they all didn't know about what happened to me in my marriage, you know. None of them knew about it, you know. I kept that from none of them. Even my kids doesn't know about what has happened, you know.
Don't flush just yet. We've got an ad coming up.
So, founded in Singapore, right, Hello Flowers began with a simple belief that flowers can do more than just look beautiful, right? What can it do? It can heal, it can empower, and it can also connect. So, beyond their whimsical, nature-inspired floral designs, Hello Flowers is actually a social enterprise that uses flowers as a tool for care.
That's right. So every arrangement they make actually helps to fund therapeutic floral workshops and outreach programs that support caregivers, seniors, persons with additional needs, and individuals on their own healing journey.
Right. Wow. They also repurpose the leftover blooms, right, from weddings and events into bouquets for hospices and elderly homes, which I think like that's such a thoughtful and beautiful thing to do.
Correct.
Right, because you're turning what might be discarded into moments of unexpected joy. So you're actually stacking up the joy that you put out to the world.
Correct.
Just simply with flowers.
Because I think traditionally when we think about flowers, it's always like you buy, you display, then it's always thrown away, it's not reused. So I think the founder of Hello Flowers is really trying to like turn that aspect of the industry around a little bit and see how they can do better in that aspect.
I love how there's so much creativity and thought put into this.
Correct. Yeah, I know that the founder is actually has social work background, and I think that's kind of like what inspired her to start this business. So this season we're going to spotlight, you know, lives and experiences that are often unseen, and supporting Hello Flowers kind of just seems, you know, deeply aligned, because healing doesn't always happen through words. Sometimes it happens through presence, creativity, and a little act of care.
Nice. So what's the special for our CYT listeners, right? I would like you to use the code CYT12 for 12% off your order with Hello Flowers, right? You need to do a minimum spend of $50. It's for one-time use only.
So if you're curious about how flowers can be more than just a gift, just a bouquet, how they can become a way to care for others just through this act of buying flowers.
One bloom, one act of kindness, one story at a time.
Check Hello Flowers out online. Now back to the rest of the episode.
So and then at the end of it, right, I didn't know what to do. The only way is to actually ask God to help me, with my decision, if I'm making the right decision or if I'm not, yeah. So yeah, then finally we got divorced. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
And maybe back over to you, Feroz, it's at a point where you have already kind of divorced because of the situation. What made you to think through and say that you still want your marriage? What were your thoughts behind it, and how has that keep you going? Say that, okay, I want to change. This is what I want to do. This is like where I want to drive in. What makes that change in you that you want to make?
So when I was in charge in prison, right? So the first thing I want to do, that was before the divorce. The first thing I want to do is to make a change. I want to just maybe this time around I need to draw a line that I need to change. So, and the desire is there. I really want to change. That's why in prison I was asking officers for befriender, for counselors, for classes, for whatever things that can motivate me. I asked for that. Even some of the officers. So everything you want is so no, but I really want to change. So this is the place. I cannot go out and change. It's not easy. The real life outside is totally different. So in prison, I got a lot of spare time. I got a lot of time to think. So I really want to change. So I was doing quite well in prison actually, because I was an instructor in a call center in prison. I was an instructor and dispute handler. So I know about IT. So I talk with customers about this in prison, a call center. So when she was asking for divorce, so I tried to hold this thing. I said, we think about it first a few times until I was transferred to another center where I took up the student, right, for student, and where the last time she came, said with the the ustads from the Muhd, so she said, you have to let her go. Because you're inside, you cannot do much. But within the Sharia law, I have to let her go. So I was frustrated. I was very angry. I told her that I can explain to you when I am outside. So I need time. So, and I even not really threatened her. I said that if we divorce now, I will never come back to you. That is what my mouth said, not my heart actually. Yeah, because in my heart, I know she sacrificed a lot for me. And I know she loved me so much. She will do whatever things possible just to be with me. So I just used that small threatening words. Maybe she will decide, okay, we will think about it. But no, at the end, we divorced. And it was a video link. So when I go back to my room, everybody asked me, I just keep quiet. I said, no, everything okay. As per normal, inside prison, sometimes we got some ego here and there. No, it's okay. By night, just double lock, put my head down there. Then the tears start falling down. I said, this will be the end. I said, I will lose everything, my children, everything. So I planned another thing. So I said, this time around, I need to do something outside. So apart from that story said that she cannot visit me, there's a bit more complication because I was fighting my case. So this woman was paying the lawyer fee for me. So at that time, I still, trying to, take advantage of other people. So during my drug addiction time, we were actually best con men in the world. We can con anybody. Even when I smoke drugs, she don't know about whatever I do because I don't show her. Until I get caught, then she will ask me to take drugs. I was still deny. See, the denial factor is always there. I said, no, this I was blamed. I was being, so a lot of things. So this time around, when she asked for this, it's like a big knock to me. I said, no, dear, I have to really draw a line. That's where I cut that visit from that woman. I said, I'm not going to fight my case, and that's where my sentence really start. So I got straight away take the cane. I think 1 week before I reached 50, I took the cane because they have to cane me, 6 strokes. Because once you're 50, they cannot cane you in prison. So then my strategy changed. So I said, what I can do, I still write letters to her. Say I try to be I will do my best. But you see, I was in and out of prison many times, and it's not my first time, second time, so many times until that sentence they call LT, long-term sentence 1, and then long-term sentence 2. So I told myself that this time around I need to walk that talk. I don't just want to talk. I just want to show that I want to. But that change, the main change is that I want to change. I want to change. I want to be a better person. Then if I'm doing good, this is my belief. If I do good, I can change. The next all will come, roll to me easily. So the family will come back. I need to gain that trust. For her, I need to gain that trust. So whenever I give a talk, motivational talk, or in prison or outside, however, I'll always put her on a pedestal. And say the suffering she have done. That's where from the AIM Society, I let her create this group called Wisdom, Women in Support Developing Outstanding Men. So she's take care of Wisdom. I'm taking care of AIMS, Action in Motion Society. So this time around, I want to walk the talk, not just talk. I want to change. I go promise here, promise there. No, this time around, just change and help others. So her sufferings, I cannot just forget about this thing. I know that I can't. Like what she says, true that I don't feel how she felt, especially betrayal. Yes, when it comes to betrayal, I know it will be very painful. Even until now, I did not forgive myself for betraying her up till now, and hopefully that in years to come, the thing will subside. Of course, subside, but from time to time, because you see, she's a very loyal wife. And I did this to her. And I know how she feels, but I don't really feel it. I know it will be painful. No, everybody says, very painful for a woman to be betrayed. Very painful. But I can say that, but I don't feel it. Because I don't know how she felt. It can be very, excruciating. It can be suicidal also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wish that slowly it will heal, and we close up that, and then maybe open up the next chapter. But I still want to hold that betrayal in me, as put it on a small, not pedestal, like a trophy that from time to time I will look back and I don't want to do that anymore.
Serve as a reminder to you.
Yes, it's a big reminder. So eventually, upon my release, after 1 year at this halfway house, we reconcile. We reconcile. And I don't know whether she still believes me or not when I say that the first thing, I come out from prison, my elder brother fetched me, and then I tell him that I need to buy a SIM card. Then borrow his phone. I used to say the first number I call, you can guess whose number.
Call her lah.
Yeah, I call her. And she believed or not, she said, no, you will call. I don't know. Because, the betrayal is there, but I don't really see betrayal. You know why? Because drugs are mood-altering substance. Sometimes it confuse our mind and we become selfish. So I'm using that third party to provide me drugs for my addiction. So that's why I'm close. And then I actually, to be frank with you, until that stage that she found out about this girl, I ran away from home. We have a home. At one time, I ran away from home. I slept at staircases. I slept at construction sites. And I even pick up food to eat, to survive because of that. And then, that is my struggle. But I don't feel shame about that, because this is what I want. I am asking for it. So I feel ashamed with myself. That's why I run away from home. Then from there, when actually, to be frank, that last incarceration, she was the one who called the CNB officers. And when she called that, I don't know until I know that she called the CMB and she explained that. And I believe her because I know her character. Because I threatened her that if it was at my brother's place, at my late brother's place, so I said, if you come to this place, I will smoke this drug. I got the drugs in my hand. And she was so confused and afraid that I might go back she called the CMB. She thought she's trying to stop me, but actually I'm already addicted. She thought that is the first time I want to take drugs.
I see.
So actually I'm already addicted, and it's a blessing in disguise actually. If she don't call this CMB, I don't know what happened to me right now. I might be, die by the roadside, a construction site, nobody knows. It's like that.
I think what I can see is, her love for you is really very strong,
Yes.
and her belief in you is really very strong. Now that, you have left and come back together, how has that changed? Or has that changed in your relationship in terms of your trust? Has it become stronger? And what does it take for you to rebuild this whole relationship and trust? Yeah.
Maybe can I
Sure,
say something?
you can say.
Because when I want to reconcile with my wife, I was working with this company, also a call center, and my boss, Ivan, is a very nice boss. He told me that, are you sure or not you want to reconcile with your same wife? Because your case is not because of financial problem or family, it's because of third party. The trust will never get back. He's not like encouragement not to reconcile, but he just give me something to think about.
Yeah.
Then I tell him directly, I'm a very positive person when I'm sober. So I said, I can do it. And after now 7 years, not easy. Not easy because the struggles is always there when because this is the first time her heart had been broken by me. And then from time to time, it's like a season. From time to time, this thing will come in, the memories, the past will come in, and she will suddenly ask me a question like, you still love her, right? While we are happy, actually, especially at one time we were fishing, then we were happy talking about the fish, the rod, everything. Then suddenly she said, you still love her. So you know how it feels after a few years, and at one time I came to a stage where I was so fed up with this thing. They said, how many years do you need to trust me back? I know that it's not easy, but I need to voice this thing out because I'm struggling too. And at one time I about to commit suicide. Also, I was at 11th floor, my house, right? So I was quarreling with her. Then I always walk away. I cannot go far because she will search for me. So just outside the door, the staircase landing, I was sitting down there. I said, if I jump down here, I think solving the problem. I'm too stressed, actually. Too stressed. I think if I jump, that's it. But then, because I learned a lot in recovery. So in my recovery and as a peer sports specialist also, I have this certification. I go for that course. So I was thinking to myself, what is the after effect? So if you have jumped, that's it, yes, for me. But what about her? People will ask her, your husband commits suicide. What about my children? My relative will ask them, my father commits suicide. So because of that thoughts, I think better don't. So I think I try again and again. And I will not quit. I know sometimes you still have that thoughts about, it's like a season thing, the woman thing, they call the day or the month. Then come morning and suddenly she would think about that, she would think about, then she will be, the doubt.
Is it
Is
true?
that true? In what sense?
Do you agree with what your husband says?
Okay.
Do you still have doubts during that time?
I do sometimes. When you talk about betrayal, right? It is something that, every woman wouldn't want to go through it.
It's a Monday thing.
It's not about a Monday thing. It's every woman don't want to go through it, right? I'm sure. Yeah. So yes, I do have that. Not as often as in the initial stage. Yeah, but I guess now it's kind of like at random lah. Maybe once in a blue moon. I have that thoughts and all that. Yeah, but I try to tell myself that I leave this all to God. you know. I mean, I have faith in God that, you know, if He really wants to change, then, you know, time will tell. Then, yeah, I mean, I guess I am stronger now to go through what I have gone through before. And they say that, what do you call that? I'm kind of like, I tell myself that I don't want to worry too much. I also don't want to worry so that I will not make him worry, you know, because if I worry, then I make him worry, you know, he might not be able to actually do what he wants to do, you know, like change, recover and all that, right? Yeah. Probably it will affect his recovery, you know, so yeah. So I always tell myself that, yeah, you got to think positive as well, you know. You have to give him that positivity that, you know, he wants to change for the better. Yeah. So give him the time and the things that he needs to recover. Yeah. I mean, I'm also recovering as well as he is recovering. So I'm giving myself space as well to actually sometimes think about myself, you know, what I want to do, you know, for spiritually. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you also give yourself a lot of your time, your space. You think a lot for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, loving yourself is also
True.
of great importance.
That's what I learned as well.
Right? Yeah, I think that's very great to be together, right? The trust will take time, right, to always build, and it's always rebuilding. In all your life, right? In all life.
If right now, once in a while, sometimes the thing come again, right? The doubt. I just swallow it with a pinch of salt and honey. Just swallow it.
Are there times that you feel like, can you stop thinking about it, or would you want to say it?
That time, yes. In the earlier years, the 2 years, 3 years outside, yes, until I want to commit suicide. I don't know how to prove. Until at one time I quarrel with her, I go and run away. You see, my character is, I cannot console her and she's still stubborn with her thoughts. I will run away from her, then I go and buy one bottle of vodka and I drink. And that faulty belief system say that I drink your sorrow away, but in the end, give me more headache. Yeah, more headache. And yeah, that's why to me right now, I just give in to her. It's not. What do you think? You see that about this situation?
I think you both of you really try to make things work, and it's the deep love that you have for each other that you're able to see, hey, does this work, does that don't work? There's no fixed solution in everything. It's, I mean, like even now talking about it and being open about it, to discuss it, to recognize that hurt that you have, and to recognize, to say that, hey, I need to solve something, because you both want to solve it. And you want to rebuild your whole relationship again. You want to give each other a chance as well as yourself a chance. I think that it's what I'm seeing, between the both of you. And by having aims, right, and wisdom, is it something that you also want to advocate to other people, a voice that you want to, share with other people, your stories, the very unspoken things within a relationship.
Yeah. To me, we have to relate before it's too late. So to me, that is the most important. If you didn't relate, you didn't voice out what your problems are, people would know. Nobody will know. And saying about nobody will know, I'm thinking about, at times when I'm at the beach or when I'm alone, I was always thinking that she might have something that she didn't tell me. So that maybe in the past or maybe when I was in prison, I always have that thought. But again, when I have that thought, I always put it one side, because I said she have her own space. With me also, I have my own thoughts also. I have, like you said just now about your things that you don't voice out. I think everybody have something in their life that they don't voice out. Even the smallest thing, means they cannot voice out to the wife, brothers, sisters, siblings, even parents also. They cannot voice out. They keep to themselves until they die. These are the things that I think everybody have inside, and you only can voice out to yourself. So I don't know how to voice out this thing, or she can voice out certain things that we can understand that we have been through. But when I say that, I can be selfish to myself also, because I need to know every single detail of things that she have in the mind or she have gone through. But still I do that too. So sometimes I got to understand why sometimes when we need to voice out something, but it won't come out.
Maybe it's not time. Maybe
it's not about time. It's about that. This is from my perspective that I believe that there's certain things that in life you have gone through the small thing from your younger age, from your maybe primary school. You already have a lot of thoughts down there. It's not baby's time, infant, but when you are in the 10 years, 11, 12, you start to have a lot of thoughts here and there, and what you did. Something can be negative, something can be positive, but we always voice out the positive thing that we do in life. So then in our teenage life also, we have a lot of things that we did that nobody knows. And in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and now I'm 60. So we still have certain things that I don't know why that I just can't voice out.
maybe, yeah. What is your thought, right, about like voicing out? Is it very important to you, or like, how do you see?
Because I have been brought up in a family that is always quiet about things. We all mind our own business, from young. We have been brought up in this situation. Yeah. So whoever has any issues or problems or what in the family, it's just between themselves only. Nobody knows, So we are just all minding our own business. That's why I would say that my family is not a close-knitted family, because everybody's minding their own business. So much so that, one of my brothers flew off to Denmark. One of my brother flew off to Bangkok. So this family, right, that we had, I would say it wasn't a healthy family. So that's why when it comes to me as well, I don't voice out anything, unhappiness or whatever. Just I do not voice it out. So that's why. When I got married, I wanted a different kind of family. I didn't want this family that I had gone through before. I didn't want that. I wanted my family to be able to talk. We sit at a dining table, eat our dinner or things like that. We share whatever that we have on the day, what we have gone through and all that. Yeah, I like that kind of family. So that's why. And I didn't have that in my present family. I didn't have that. Yeah. So that's why this issue of voicing out to me is nothing so important because, of what I've gone through before. So that's why I like to keep it to myself. I always like to keep anything and everything. Sometimes to the extent that if I voice it out, I might hurt someone. I might hurt one of my family members, or I might hurt the person that I love. So I'd rather just keep quiet. Or maybe if I voice it out, it's going to make matters worse even, So, yeah, the best thing is to just keep quiet and just swallow it. Yeah.
Certain things I think are meant to be buried.
I think voicing out, in my opinion, I think at times, like you say, yes, there are things that you don't need to, but there are things like you kind of have to voice it out because it is of very great importance to you. right? Or even to me, myself, right? I mean, I would just put like using what you have shared. If you don't voice out like, okay, I need a divorce and I want a reconciliation, things wouldn't be where it is right now, right? Because it's something that you don't just keep it, right? So voicing out maybe to a certain extent do help in many situations. And I can see very great examples that you both have, that in your stories that you have shared, because through your sharing of voicing out, right, you kind of reconcile as well and solve the very pressing issues and express your love for each other, because you keep inside, right? You have a lot of love for him, but there's nothing, if you are not voicing out to show it in a way to tell him that you really want the relationship again, right? And you're willing to give and rebuild the whole relationship. That is that voicing out lah. And you have already shown very good examples in your stories that you have talked about voicing out. I think in what you both are trying to come out with aims and wisdom, that is also to help community, right?
We're trying to be as much as a role model for them also. They say if we can, so can them. Like Yan can cook, so can you. So if we can do that, you can do that too.
Yeah, so it's as good as also a voicing out, a kind of movement you both are also advocating, and that speaks, right, in a different way. Right? It can be through stories, it could be like through actions, and voice does not mean that it's like, I need to speak, right?
But most important in voicing out and relate, you have to be honest.
Yeah.
You have to be honest. You can't create a story to tell them to make them happy. You have to be honest with your heart. Just open up and then just tell them. And hopefully that the voicing out can help them reconsider about what they're keeping inside, so they can voice out and they can be helped by others.
I think, I think that's very insightful, and really thank you, both of you to really come in and coming in for this episode, and for all the audience who have tuned in to this episode of Clean Your Toilet podcast. And maybe if there's a message that you want to share with the audience here, what is one message that, each one of you can get our audience to take away?
Yeah. For me, it's about help. If you need help, you got to relate, to voice out, to tell people that you need help. At one time, I draw a line, come to terms that I have a problem, so I need help. So I need to tell people about my problem. That's where the help will come in.
And yourself?
Okay, I think as humans, right, we all make mistakes lah, right? I mean, myself as well, we have mistakes that whether be it past mistakes or coming mistakes or what. We are humans, so I feel that we need to give someone a chance, maybe not even a chance, but many chances, because I believe that people do change, be it for the better or for the worse, people do change. Yeah, so if for example, someone, your partner or somebody that you love, has done wrong to you, I mean, it is not wrong of you to actually forgive them and give them another chance. Yeah, because I do believe that people can change. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah.
Can I add in a bit when you said about change, right? So there's a saying like second chance, I always believe not just about second chance. I always believe about third, fourth, fifth, sixth. As long as they want to change, we give them a chance. They said like what you said about forgiveness just now. To err is human. The saying said, right? That forgive are divine. So I think someone make mistake, we just forgive them.
Really, thank you very much. Transformation really starts from inner work, and kickstart your inner work journey by acknowledging and sharing your untold stories today. Thank you, everyone.